Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. I will hop in it here. Busy slate as we start the weekend off here, starting with the Chicago Cubs versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cubs opening up as road favorites at -130. Cardinals +120 with the over-under at 13.5. Cubs coming into this matchup 36-38. The Cardinals 31-44. Pitching for the Cubs is Justin Steele with an ERA of 2.71. Pitching for the Cardinals is Adam Wainwright with an ERA of 5.56. Steele, his last start he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Wainwright, his last start he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Cubs 8-2 in their last 10 on a 3-game winning streak. Cardinals coming off a Washington loss. The Cubs 0-6 on the road against St. Louis. 1-6 straight up against the Cardinals. They haven't been good against the Cardinals here. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up around 2 or 3 runs in their last few. Wainwright's been pretty consistent, giving up 3 runs every game here. Yeah, this is in a different stadium here, in London Stadium. That's why the over is extremely high. It just seems like a very high over-under. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably still take a shot with that under. But, yeah, Cubs are playing very well. And I think I'm going to take a shot with the Cubs on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the San Francisco Giants. Arizona opening up as a slight road favorite at -110. The Giants +100 with the over-under at 8.5. Arizona coming into this matchup 46-31. The Giants 43-33. Pitching for Arizona is Merrill Kelly with an ERA of 3.10. Pitching for the Giants is Ryan Walker with an ERA of 1.56. Kelly, his last start he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Walker, his last start he pitched 1 inning, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Arizona losing to the Giants 8-5 yesterday. Giants just still playing great baseball here. You know, Arizona did look pretty good yesterday. Had a lead early on, then kind of lost it in the end. Arizona is just 4-16 on the road against the Giants here. Kelly, it's pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers coming off a couple runs. Walker coming off a 0-run game, but limited pitching, only pitches about an inning here. And I think I'm going to take the Giants +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Mets opening up as road favorites at -130. The Phillies +110 with the over-under at 9. The Mets coming into this matchup 34-41. The Phillies 39-36. Pitching for the Mets is Max Scherzer with an ERA of 4.04. Pitching for the Phillies is Christopher Sanchez with an ERA of 3.24. Scherzer, his last start he pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Sanchez, his last start he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Mets losing to the Phillies yesterday 5-1. They're on a 3-game losing streak. A nice win for the Phillies, snapping their little 2-game losing streak that they were on. I mean, the Mets have been good against the Phillies here. I just don't trust the Mets, even with Scherzer on the mound. I mean, the Mets they've just been so bad, so unreliable here. And Sanchez has been good on the mound too, so I'd say it's a pretty even pitching matchup right now. And I'll take a shot with the Phillies +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at -110. Seattle +100 with the over-under at 9. Seattle coming into this matchup 37-37. Baltimore 45-29. Pitching for Seattle is Bryce Miller with an ERA of 3.68. Pitching for Baltimore is Dean Kramer with an ERA of 4.56. Miller, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Kramer, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Seattle on a 2-game winning streak. Huge Baltimore win yesterday, 13-1. It's just one of those. It's just how baseball is. You'll get a day where a team, they just are hitting everything, and that's just how it goes. They're 5-1 on the road against Baltimore, so they played well against Baltimore. Pretty even pitching matchup, I'd say, and I think I'm gonna take a shot with the Mariners plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the New York Yankees. Rangers opening up as road favorites at -140. The Yankees plus 120 with the over-under at 8.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 47-28. The Yankees 41-35. Pitching for the Rangers is John Gray with an ERA of 2.96. Pitching for the Yankees is Luis Severino with an ERA of 6.30. Gray, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 2 strikeouts, coming off probably one of his worst starts of the season. Severino, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. The Rangers on a 2-game winning streak right now, beating the Yankees 4-2 yesterday. Yankees, they've just been playing bad, 3-7 in their last 10. Rangers very good on the road, 12-6 on the road, getting it done there. Gray's been great on the mound this season, and I think I'm going to roll with the Rangers on the road. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto opening up as home favorites at -275. Oakland plus 225 with the over-under at 9. Oakland coming into this matchup 20-58. The Blue Jays 41-36. Pitching for Oakland is Hogan Harris with an ERA of 4.45. Pitching for Toronto is Jose Barrios with an ERA of 3.64. Harris, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Barrios, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Oakland beating Toronto yesterday 5-4, snapping their huge losing streak they were on. Yeah, bad loss for Toronto. Chris Bassett was very bad on the mound yesterday. Toronto is 8-2 at home against Oakland. Barrios he's been all right here, and I'll take my chances with Toronto at home following a loss. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus Cincinnati Reds. Braves opening up as road favorites at -135. Cincinnati plus 110 with the over-under at 11.5. Braves coming into this matchup 48-27. The Reds 41-35. Pitching for the Braves is Jared Schuster with an ERA of 4.57. Pitching for the Reds is Graham Ashcraft with an ERA of 6.78. Schuster, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Ashcraft, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 1 strikeout. The Braves losing to the Reds yesterday 11-10. And yeah, the Reds, I mean, they're just on an insane winning streak, playing unbelievable baseball right now. Schuster only gave up 1 run in his last start. Ashcraft gave up 3. Pretty even pitching matchup, I'd say. As of late, Schuster's been the better pitcher this season, but I'm just riding the Reds. They are just on fire. I mean, they're playing so great. They're so fun to watch. I'll take Reds plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Chicago White Sox. Boston opening up as road favorites at -120. The White Sox plus 110 with the over-under at 8.5. Boston coming into this matchup 40-37. The White Sox 32-45. Pitching for Boston is James Paxton with an ERA of 3.29. Pitching for the White Sox is Lance Lynn with an ERA of 6.51. Paxton, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Lynn, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 16 strikeouts. Boston, beating the White Sox yesterday 3-1. The White Sox on a 2-game losing streak, haven't really won back-to-back games. They just haven't really played that well. Boston 7-3 on the road against the White Sox. And yeah, Paxton definitely been the better pitcher. Lynn hasn't been that great, giving up a lot of runs. And I think I'm gonna roll with Boston on the road. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at -260. The Royals +210 with the over-under at 9. Royals coming into this matchup 21-55. The Rays 53-26. Pitching for the Royals is Jordan Lyles with an ERA of 6.51. Currently, I'm looking from the side I'm looking at, it has Tampa Bay's pitcher not listed, but we'll see. Okay, we do have a pitcher here on ESPN listed. Looks like it's Yanni Chirinos with an ERA of 2.72. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Lyles 0-11 on the mound, one of the worst. I'm pretty sure maybe it's changed, but last time I saw, he was like the number 1 like worst pitcher in the league, and it's just been absolutely horrible. Gives up tons of runs. Tampa Bay killed winning 11-3 yesterday against the Royals here after that bad loss the game before. And yeah, I'm gonna roll with Tampa Bay at home. Next matchup, we've got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at -120. Brewers +100 with the over-under at 8. Brewers coming into this matchup 39-36. The Guardians 36-39. Pitching for the Brewers is Freddie Peralta with an ERA of 4.60. Pitching for the Guardians is Tanner Beebe with an ERA of 4.05. Peralta, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Beebe, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. The Brewers losing to Cleveland 7-1. I'm sorry, beating Cleveland 7-1 yesterday. A nice underdog win for the Brewers. Cleveland, yeah, really couldn't get anything going yesterday. And it's a pretty even pitching matchup. Peralta's coming off a 2-run game. Beebe coming off a 3-run game here. And I think I'm going to take a shot with the Brewers +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Miami Marlins. Miami opening up as home favorites at -155. The Pirates +130 with the over-under at 8.5. Pirates coming into this matchup 35-40. The Marlins 43-34. Pitching for the Pirates is Osvaldo Bido with an ERA of 3.60. Pitching for the Marlins is Brian Honing with an ERA of 2.70. Bido, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Hoeing, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Pirates beating Miami yesterday 3-1, snapping their huge losing streak that they were on. It's been a very rough stretch for the Pirates. Horrible on the road. And I mean, they haven't won back-to-back games in a long time. So I think I'll take my chances with the Marlins at home. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -175. Houston +150 with the over-under at 9. Houston coming into this matchup 41-35. The Dodgers 42-33. Pitching for Houston is Ronel Blanco with an ERA of 4.66. Pitching for the Dodgers is Bobby Miller with an ERA of 2.83. Blanco, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Miller, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Houston, coming off a Dodgers loss yesterday, 2-3. It was a close one yesterday. Dodgers on a 3-game winning streak. Pitching wise, Bobby Miller has been good, but coming off his worst game of the year, a 7-run game. Blanco coming off a 5-run game. So both pitchers coming off bad games here. And close game yesterday. I still think there's good plus money with the Astros, and I'll take Houston plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Detroit Tigers. Twins opening up as road favorites at -155. Detroit plus 125 with the over-under at 8. Twins coming into this matchup 39-38. Detroit 32-42. Pitching for the Twins is Pablo Lopez with an ERA of 4.40. Pitching for the Tigers is Reese Olson with an ERA of 5.59. Lopez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Olson, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Minnesota on a 3-game winning streak right now, beating Detroit yesterday 4-1. It's a pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up around 3 runs a game here, and I think I'm going to lean with the Twins on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -180. Washington Washington plus 160 with the over-under at 9. Washington coming into this matchup 28-47. The Padres 37-39. Pitching for Washington is Josiah Gray with an ERA of 3.64. Pitching for the Padres, it looks like they got a new pitcher starting, and it looks like it's Matt Waldron. So looks like he's making his debut today for the Padres here. Gray, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Washington 2-8 in their last 10, coming off a 13-3 loss yesterday against the Padres. Padres coming off back-to-back double-digit scoring games, which is good. They've been hitting well these last 2 games here. 4-2 at home against Washington. And even with a new pitcher on the mound, I still think I'm going to roll with the Padres at home. Then the last matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Colorado Rockies. Angels opening up as road favorites at -150. Colorado plus 135 with the over-under at 12. Angels coming into this matchup 41-36. The Rockies 30-48. Pitching for the Angels is Griffin Canning with an ERA of 4.40. Pitching for the Rockies is Chase Anderson with an ERA of 4.12. Canning, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Anderson, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 2 strikeouts. The Angels on a 3-game losing streak right now, losing to Colorado yesterday 4-7. Nice win for Colorado, snapping their big losing streak that they were on. LA is 15-5 on the road against Colorado, or 15-5 straight up against Colorado here. Canning gave up 2 runs his last game. Anderson coming off a 7-run game, and I like the Angels to bounce back here, and I think I'll take the Angels on the road in this one. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.